On September 12, 2009, the lifeless body of William Edwin Bill Sparkman Jr., a 51-year-old census worker and school teacher, was discovered in a desolate cemetery within the haunting depths of the Appalachian region of Kentucky. Suspended eerily from a tree, stripped of all dignity and with his hands bound, a chilling message adorned his chest, the word "fed." As investigators began to look into the perplexing case, what was unraveled left them and the entire community utterly astounded. So, who had taken Bill's life? What secrets lay concealed within the shadows of this unsettling mystery? Hi, and welcome back to Mysterious 7, friends. Today we're looking at the case with the most insane twists, the case of Bill Sparkman. But first, if you still haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider hitting the subscribing button and the bell icon below. So without any further ado, let's dive right into this mystery. Tucked away in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains lies Clay County, Kentucky. With a population of around 20,000, this hidden gem beckons adventurers and history enthusiasts alike, offering an unforgettable experience. Clay County boasts mesmerizing hiking trails, including the enchanting Redbird Crest Trail that weaves through dense forests. And it was here a perplexing crime occurred. But first, let's go to Mulberry, Florida, where it all began. William Edwin Sparkman Jr., known fondly as Bill, was born on August 12, 1958, in the city of Mulberry, Florida. Bill was the eldest of 3 sons. His brothers' names were Thomas and Jonathan Sparkman. His father, William Sparkman Sr., was an executive at a large furniture chain. His mother, Henry, was a high school principal. With each passing year, Bill's life's narrative became a symphony of ambition and brilliance, infused with the love and wisdom bestowed upon him by his parents. During his childhood, he had an important role as an altar boy, serving in the church and finding a sense of purpose in his faith. As he grew older and attended Mulberry High School, Bill's passion for sports and writing took center stage. He became a sports editor for the local newspaper, the Mulberry Press, where he shared exciting stories about games and athletes. But his involvement didn't stop there. Bill also learned photography to capture thrilling sports moments and even delivered newspapers around town. Bill's hunger for knowledge was insatiable, and he didn't shy away from academic challenges. In high school, he even took calculus courses at Florida Southern College. After graduating from high school, he moved on to Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee, where he became a manager for the football team. But as fate would have it, he felt a strong pull back to his home state, Florida, where he continued his college journey at the University of South Florida. As Bill ventured into adulthood, he found himself drawn to the wonders of Boy Scout camp. With his prestigious rank as an Eagle Scout, he spent time immersed in the beauty of nature and guiding young scouts. For 3 summers, he shared his knowledge as the ecology director, teaching children about the environment and its secrets. Then, for 2 more summers, he took charge as the program director. Bill's path then led him to the vibrant city of Atlanta, Georgia. There, he continued to dedicate himself to scouting and touching the lives of those around him. However, in 1993, the winds of change blew once again, carrying him to London, Kentucky. It was within this land that he made a profound decision, opening his heart and home to a precious gift from above. He adopted a baby boy whom he named Josh, and together they formed an unbreakable bond as father and son. In Kentucky, Bill also found fulfillment by volunteering at a school named Johnson Elementary. The experience was so rewarding that it sparked a deep interest in pursuing a career in education. Eventually, he was offered a position as an instructional assistant at the school. Embracing this new chapter with open arms, Bill embarked on a remarkable journey that would span 9 extraordinary years. Within the corridors of the school, he became a guiding light for students, a source of inspiration and support. In the year 2003, Bill got a part-time job with the United States Census Bureau, where he was involved in data collection and analysis. 2 years later, in 2005, he took another significant step. He enrolled in an online college called Western Governors University to pursue a bachelor's degree. With unwavering determination, he dedicated around 20 hours per week to his studies. Day by day, he moved closer to his dream of earning a bachelor's degree. However, in September 2007, Bill's world was unexpectedly cast into shadow. He noticed a strange cyst on the side of his neck. Concerned, he decided to see a doctor. The news was unexpected. He was diagnosed with stage 3 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a type of cancer that begins in the lymphatic system. The reality of it all shook Bill to the core, but he refused to let it break his spirit. Treatment began immediately with him undergoing chemotherapy. During this challenging time, Bill's colleagues at Johnson Elementary rallied round him. They stood by his side, offering emotional support and thoughtful gifts. Despite his illness, Bill continued working diligently. By the end of December 2007, he managed to complete his academic coursework. Upon achieving this feat, Bill's university extended a remarkable invitation. They requested his presence at the graduation ceremony in Salt Lake City, not as a mere attendee, but as the esteemed keynote speaker. He agreed and made the trip. Standing at the podium in front of 600 fellow students, his words flowed with passion as he spoke of resilience, perseverance, and the transformative power of education. As he finished speaking, the audience erupted into applause, recognizing the impact of his words. Bill stood tall, a symbol of triumph and inspiration. In 2008, Bill proudly received his degree and took on substitute teaching positions in Laurel County while seeking a permanent role as a middle school math teacher. Alongside his teaching pursuits, he also remained committed to his work with the United States Census Bureau and devoted time to after-school programs. However, things would soon take a dark turn. On Thursday, September 10, 2009, Bill's absence at Johnson Elementary sparked concern among his colleagues, including Gilbert Asiardo, a director at the school. Worry crept into their hearts as they wondered where Bill could be. Asiardo and the others couldn't ignore the nagging feeling that something was wrong, as Bill would never miss work without informing them first. At that time, Bill lived alone with his dog named Jack. His son, Josh, who was now 19 years old, resided with friends in Tennessee and was navigating his own path in life. Asiardo and some of Bill's colleagues decided to pay a visit to his home to see what was wrong with him. They went late at night when he would normally be there. "We know him and we know his habits, and we know if he should be at home or not," Asiardo said. However, upon their arrival at Bill's home, an eerie silence greeted them. They found Jack, Bill's faithful dog, but there was no sign of Bill himself. Worry intensified among his colleagues. Without hesitation, Asiardo contacted the police, urging them to start an investigation into Bill's whereabouts and well-being. The weight of uncertainty hung heavy in the air, and everyone yearned for answers. On September 12, 2009, a group of relatives ventured to the Hoskins Cemetery in rural Clay County, Kentucky, to pay their respects to their departed loved ones. Amidst the serenity of the surrounding woods, an unsettling sight awaited them. As they drove past a clearing not too far from the cemetery, they noticed a naked figure tied tightly to a tree. The man's vulnerable state sent shivers down their spines, his only clothing consisting of socks that barely shielded his feet from the forest floor. A rope hung around his neck, connected to a tree. The scene grew even more sinister as the onlookers observed the man's mouth, eyes, hands, and feet bound by layers of duct tape. His body also bore a haunting message scrawled upon his chest. The word "fed," marked upside down as if to symbolize a twisted mockery of justice. Without hesitation, the witnesses dialed emergency services, urgently pleading for help. The news of the grotesque scene spread like wildfire, summoning law enforcement officers to the haunting sight. Soon, the lifeless naked man was identified as none other than Bill, who had gone missing a few days earlier. As the officers searched the crime scene, they discovered Bill's truck nearby. The tailgate was down. This led officers to believe that Bill's life might have been taken somewhere else, and he was then brought to the spot where he was displayed by being hung up. The discovery of Bill in such a cruel and bizarre state sent shockwaves through the town. People couldn't help but wonder who was responsible for his untimely demise. The timing of his death was also troubling because there was already heightened concern about violence against the government. The fact that a census worker in rural Kentucky could be the victim of a sinister murder plot by anti-government individuals set off alarms in Washington. The incident made the government worried that anger and dissatisfaction towards Washington might be turning into extremism, even domestic terrorism, with government representatives as potential targets. The news of Bill's tragic death prompted a swift and determined response from those in power. Office of Personnel Management Director John Barry didn't mince words when he issued a stern warning saying, "We will come down on these perpetrators as hell hath no fury." As the media spotlight continued to shine upon the unfolding events, both the FBI and Washington pledged to pursue the investigation with utmost vigor. Amidst the confusion and uncertainty, another troubling possibility emerged regarding Bill's fate. The theory suggested that he had unknowingly crossed paths with the dangerous world of the mountain trade. Interestingly, around the time of the incident, law enforcement had been busy apprehending over 40 drug dealers in the area where Bill was working. This raised concerns that he may have unintentionally stumbled upon something dangerous. Asiardo, Bill's colleague at the elementary school, revealed that he'd warned Bill to be cautious in certain rural areas while conducting his census work. Following all these revelations, the investigation gained urgency as authorities sought to uncover the truth behind Bill's death. The goal extended beyond seeking justice. It was also about protecting others from the dangers that lurked beneath the surface. The entire nation continued to watch attentively, awaiting the outcome of a relentless quest for answers. On October 6, 2009 was the day Bill's body was returned to his grieving family. A mix of relief and frustration filled the air as the state medical examiner's office admitted that they had only managed to determine the cause of his death, which was asphyxiation and strangulation. But the sequence of events leading to his death remained a puzzle that continued to baffle investigators. On October 11, 2009, Regional Director Wayne Hatcher of the Census Bureau's Charlotte office conducted a memorial service for Bill. The cemetery in Clay County served as the backdrop for the solemn gathering, where the weight of loss hung heavy in the air. During the memorial service, Director Hatcher shared a disheartening revelation. And this was that the news of Bill's untimely death had shaken the very core of the Census Bureau, and it had prompted other employees to seek safety in numbers. Fear and uncertainty had gripped their hearts, leading to requests for team-based operations during census gatherings. At some point, the United States Census Bureau made the difficult decision to ultimately suspend its operations in Clay County, ensuring that no one else would fall victim to the unknown dangers that lurked within the community. Finally, a glimmer of hope appeared in late October as reports circulated that the resolution of the case was close. However, caution prevailed, with the authorities refusing to rush their conclusions. Every step was taken with meticulous care, aware that one misstep could obscure the clarity they sought. November 24, 2009 arrived with shocking revelations that left everyone bewildered. Investigators, in a stunning turn of events, declared that Bill's death was not a result of foul play, but rather a tragic act of taking one's own life. The truth unraveled like a complex web, leaving the community in disbelief. According to their findings, Bill had orchestrated the scheme to commit insurance fraud. They suspected that Bill, burdened by the weight of his battle with cancer, had meticulously planned his own demise because he believed it to be the financial solution for his struggling son. Reports suggested that Bill had obtained life insurance policies totaling a staggering $600,000 shortly before his death. However, Bill's plan held a loophole. The policies would not pay out in the case of death caused by cancer, the very affliction he was faced with. One significant detail that fueled investigators' belief that Bill had orchestrated his own demise was the peculiar inscription found on his chest, the letters FED written upside down. The orientation of the letters raised suspicions that Bill had written them himself. Furthermore, the way Bill was found, with a rope around his neck but his feet touching the ground, suggested that he could alleviate the pressure on his neck and potentially avoid a fatal outcome. The realization that he could have stood up and relieved the strain deepened the conviction that he had deliberately chosen his path. According to the intrigue, the police revealed the existence of an unidentified witness who shared crucial information. According to this witness, Bill had expressed thoughts of ending his own life and frequently spoke about the negative attitudes towards federal entities within the Clay County community. It seemed like he wanted to use these fears and suspicions to make it look like he was a victim of anti-government sentiment. Investigators believed that this insight into his mindset provided a glimpse into the inner turmoil he was experiencing. The sheer audacity and complexity of Bill's scheme left everyone astounded. It was a tale of desperation, financial hardship, and a desperate attempt to secure a future for his loved ones. The community was left grappling to reconcile the image of a dedicated and respected individual with what had now been laid bare by the authorities. But Bill's family strongly disagreed with the investigators' conclusion. Henry Sparkman, Bill's mother, even sent an email to the media in which she expressed her disagreement. Close friends of Bill also came forward, expressing their disbelief and asserting that he had shown no signs or hints of contemplating taking his own life. They found the idea hard to accept, as it contradicted everything they knew about him. Josh, Bill's son, also expressed his deep frustration with the investigators' conclusion regarding his father's death. In a heartfelt statement to the media, he found their conclusion disrespectful and disagreed with their assessment. Josh passionately described his father as a good man, emphasizing that someone who had fought cancer with unwavering determination would not choose to end his own life. As the days passed, Josh remained resolute in his belief that his father's death was a homicide. He pointed out that his father's truck had been ransacked with valuable items stolen, including Sparkman's census laptop and a precious family wedding ring. These details only strengthened Josh's conviction that foul play was involved. The case of Bill remains a puzzling and haunting mystery, with conflicting perspectives and unanswered questions. Despite the official conclusion, which points to Bill taking his own life, there are those who vehemently dispute the finding, including Bill's own family and friends. Their unwavering belief in his character and the circumstances surrounding his death challenges the established narrative. As we continue to contemplate, one question lingers in the air. What truly happened to Bill on that fateful day? Was it a tragic act of desperation, as investigators concluded, or was there a more sinister plot at play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe to the channel for more like this. Until next time, stay safe, and thanks for watching.